I survived unimaginable events in my life. I had 3 miscarriages, a death of a 12-year-old, and I went through divorce at a very difficult time in my life when I was hospitalized battling a life-threatening disease. Just when I thought life was unbearable for me, one morning I woke up and I could not move my body. I was hospitalized and I was diagnosed with autoimmune polymyositis. It causes gradual paralysis. When they told me that I have 3 months to live, I refused to accept that. Because I believe in God, I am resilient, I'm determined, I'm focused. I'm a girl who grew up in the township, and believe you me, from the day I was born, I was exemplary. My nickname in the township was Bombshell because I was an achiever. In the area where I stay in the township, I was the first one to matriculate. I was the first one to go to university. I was the first one to graduate. I was the first one to get married in a white dress. You know, I was a person who knows no failure. I was achieving and I was an example. Whenever parents will speak to their girls, they will show me as an example. Why don't you do things like La Portia? Halalitsang was the 4th baby to be born to me. I had 3 miscarriages before we conceived her, and then she lived for 12 years. Halalitsang was a remarkable child. I only understood why she was a different child once she passed on. She did things very differently. She was achieving very differently. But losing a child like that was devastating. I got so depressed. I even had a stroke in 2011 due to the loss. I will not say you forget or it becomes better. I learned to live with the pain of losing her. One of the things that makes me to survive her loss is because I refuse to see Halalitsang beyond the 12 years that she was on earth. I only know her for 12 years and I will not go beyond 12 years. This Saturday, if I was just to give an example, I attended a wedding. You look at a Kuma, you would see the Halalitsang's physique. And I went to the wedding because in me, I wanted to test myself. How am I going to behave when I see Kuma walking down the aisle? Because there's a moment that I will never have with my daughter. And believe you me, my journey of healing is still continuing. Healing is a journey, and you decide on how you want to be healed. Under normal circumstances, somebody would have said to me, don't go to the wedding. It might be a trigger. I attended the wedding, and yes, it made me to think once or twice of the late Halalitsang, but I was able to survive. As I say, I went and it was not a trigger. Yes, I had moments, but I overcame and I enjoyed the wedding and I came back. When I was diagnosed with polymyositis, autoimmune, an illness that causes gradual paralysis, I was also told that its prognosis is 3 months. I refused to believe that I can only live for 3 months because I still had a lot to do. I went in and out of hospital. There was a time I was in a coma and I recovered out of the coma. I was in ICU, and once I went out of ICU into the recovery unit, that's when I decided to say, you know what, there is a reason for me to live. There is a reason why God has spared my life, because It was well over the 3 months which the doctors had announced on me. One morning, I'm woken up by my friend to say, have you seen your husband's Facebook page? When I opened that Facebook page, I met my husband dancing at his wedding. That's how I knew that I'm divorced. And not only my divorce, but he has moved on. The man divorced me when I was in hospital on my dying bed, if I was to put it that way, diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. And he decided to leave and go. And not only that, but to marry. So he did get a divorce on basis of incapacity because I was incapacitated. And then he married his now wife. That's how I got to know that I'm a divorced woman. I have a son that I was raising by then, and he was very young. And as I said, I had just gone through divorce, and the child would be without a parent to raise. I went into conversation with the Lord to say, why this and why now? My image was affected because we were a power couple, a couple that people looked up to. He did what he did and he has his reasons. But then I had to face the world as a divorced woman. He went out of a marriage into another marriage, so he's always been known to be married. I had to stand up, pick up the pieces, and now face the world as a divorced woman. And guess what? God enabled me. And here am I, good looking, of course. When I was released from hospital after a year of admission, I was sent to a rehabilitation clinic in Eugene, Marem. And when I was there, I had a lot of time to myself. Yes, I used the time to speak to my God and to arrange my life. You know, when you were told you are about to die, you will have those arrangements that you made. And whilst I was busy with those arrangements, I decided to beat the odds. And I registered for a master's qualification. The reason that I registered for this master's is because I was told my brain was also affected by the illness. And that is one area that I did not want to believe even more. Why? Because my brain has been a very good servant of mine. And as I say, I had a son to raise. I needed to survive. Being ill, it's very expensive. I went through my dissertation and I graduated with a master's qualification in public administration. I am a person who believes in myself. I am a go-getter, and I always break barriers. And when I'm told I cannot do something, that's when you fuel me to do it. And when I went in conversation with the Lord, I asked him for the strength and the grace to do it, and I did it. I was again admitted into hospital, and this time I was admitted with diabetes complications. I had glaucoma, which caused temporary vision loss. Whilst I was battling that, I was also diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had a mastectomy. It was not easy. And as I said, because I'm one person, when I have set my mind to something, I go and I accomplish that. I challenged myself again. Whilst I was in hospital with all the pains and all the physical limitations and all other challenges that were brought by this illness, the polymyositis, the diabetes, and the breast cancer, I then decided to register again and do my thesis. Behold, I graduated with a PhD in public administration. It was not easy. I refused to give up. You know, when you live with this illness that I was diagnosed with, days are not the same in that you have to wake up first and feel, what are you able to do today? What can I do today? Yes, there are days where I fail and I feel like throwing in the towel, where I feel it's not worth fighting anymore. But then at the end of the day, I look at life. I look at those that I have already impacted. I look at the hope I've already brought to those women who are living with disabilities, to say a disability is just a different way of doing things. And that is what keeps me going. When I don't feel like doing it, when I feel today it's a bad day, I ask myself, how else can I achieve this that I want to do it? And that is why I will always apply a different way in whatever that I want to do or I want to accomplish. I speak to myself. I speak to this body because I continue to lose the use of my body. But I will tell my body, I feel like doing this. Are you up to it? I know they say plan ahead. I don't plan ahead. I plan in the morning when I wake up because I know what am I able to accomplish on that day. So I plan in the morning and I let the day play it out. I am resilient because I trust and believe and have faith in God. Most of all, I have the support of the church. I have the support of my zone pastor, Pastor Robbie, and his wife, Linese. I belong to a home cell that has been very remarkable. They stood by me when I needed the most. I had to prove to myself that I can do it beyond the divorce, beyond the loss that I suffered. And with God's grace, I stood. Mpilo Entle is my new God-given name. It's a name God gave me after I had an encounter with Him to say, Lord, you have taken me through this. You have taken me through this illness. You have given me the strength, the wisdom, and the knowledge to acquire the masters, to acquire the PhD. Lord, I ask, why have you allowed me to do that? And God said, you have a beautiful life that lies ahead of you. Mpilo entle. And that was in line with what Pastor Art always makes us to confess, to say beautiful years are still ahead of you. I held on to that. I continued. I became a pillar of my own strength. I relied on me because God has given me that strength. No matter what life throws at me, a choice is what I've made, and a choice is what has kept me thus far. With the grace of God and the support of the church and the zone I belong to and the home cell I belong to, I am going far. I would like to thank Pastor Art and the vision of CRC for standing by me, for impacting and being part of my life journey. This is Dr. Portia, a woman who's resilient, a woman who's speaking from victory, a survivor, all because she has what we call stubborn faith. Thank you.